Let It Be. And I'll show you guys the overhead version. Great song. My Uncle Al is a huge Beatles fan. I mean, it's all I heard about growing up. He's my dad's younger brother. A couple months ago, I did this song, a part of it, and I sent it to him on my phone. That's all he talked about growing up, the Beatles. His favorite band by far. You know, he's my father's age. He's a generation before me. The 80s were my teenage years. The 60s were his. And he was telling me how big John Lennon and the Beatles were back then. So I send him a clip thinking, man, I'm going to impress him. His favorite band is the Beatles. I got my sound stuff hooked up, and I'm going to send him a clip of this, Let It Be. So I sent him like a short 40-second clip. I look at my cell phone a couple minutes later. He calls me up, Uncle Al. I pick up. I go, yeah. He goes, Sammy. I go, yeah. He goes, that was good. Real thick Italian accent, just like my father. That was good, but that was Paul McCartney. And I go, oh. I didn't. I go, oh. He goes, that was not John Lennon. I forgot. Paul McCartney, as awesome as he was, like my uncle was explaining to me, back in the 60s, John Lennon was like, he was like Justin Bieber is to teenage kids now, or, you know, when he was in 2015 when he was a teenager, or the Backstreet Boys were in 2000 when they were at the height of their fame, or NSYNC. It was almost like they so much wanted to be John Lennon, and I didn't know. I'm like, the Beatles, I'm going to send him a song. I'm going to impress him. I don't differentiate between the two. I'm like, I knew Paul McCartney sang some of the songs, but I just didn't know. I'm like, okay, John Lennon, Paul. I thought maybe John Lennon. I didn't even think. So when he said that, I started laughing. He was just telling me how back then, man, all the teenage boys, guys, wanted. John Lennon was cool. He was cool. He was hip. There's this band, young guys from England, and they come over, and all the guys wanted to be John Lennon. He was just the epitome of coolness, I guess, kind of like Elvis. I didn't know that. I never really listened to the Beatles growing up. I don't know why. I guess they were just too. I didn't really get into 60s music or Elvis 50s. I was more 70s, you know, Elton John, Billy Joel, Led Zeppelin, Genesis, REO Speedwagon, Journey. More 70s and 80s rock I grew up listening to. So 60s, the Beatles, they were kind of like too old for me. I love them now. Beautiful songs they do. So I'm just laughing, going, okay, Uncle Al, I go, next time I'll send you one of A Day in the Life or something, or Imagine. How he knew right away, he liked the song, but he was like, that's not my guy right there. So I'll show you guys an overhead view of how to play Let It Be by the Beatles. Okay, guys, here's the overhead of Let It Be. So that's a great song by the Beatles. Again, in the key of C. And the first chord is the C chord. And when Paul McCartney plays it, he does a C to start out. So I'll take you through those. So he starts out, that's a C chord, G, A minor, and then he does that. You could do A minor right to the F, but he does a. And then the music online, I mean, I go on E chords and just to, you know, I pretty much played the song. I listened to it and played it by ear, but I also checked it with E chords, and they're saying he does. This is an F chord, but I listened to the song, and Paul McCartney goes. He goes to a D minor on the right hand, so he does a. And then he repeats the C again. C, G, F, E minor, D minor, C. So I'll do that a little bit slower. So it's. That's a C chord. He ends on the C. And then when he starts singing, when I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. And then it just repeats. So it's a C chord, a G chord, an A minor, an F, a C, a G, F, E minor, D minor, C. And then the let it be, let it be. So that's basically an A minor. Now the music says A minor, G, F, and then C. It's pretty simple. You know, it goes, let it be, let it be, let it be, oh, let it be. So, you know, you can do the C sus 4 and then back to C. The music says A minor, G, F, C, but I think he's playing an A minor, and then he keeps it on the A minor over G. So he stays on the A minor chord for the second one. So really, there's really not much difference. You can get by with either way. Here's the difference. Let it be. Here's the switching to a G, an actual G chord. Let it be, let it be, let it be, oh, let it be. Or let it be, let it be, let it be, oh, let it be. You know, there's really not much difference. I mean, they both sound good. So anyways, let it be, let it be, let it be, oh, let it be. And then he goes right back to the beginning. Speaking words of wisdom, let it be. So that's pretty much it. The whole Beatles, Let It Be.